Hi, Jacqueline. I love your question. How to get more lift in the lope and emphasize that moment of suspension in the jog to create more cadence. And I'm happy you like the new DVD. I thank you. That DVD, we put our heart and soul in that I want to help you really do body control correctly on your horse. So I'm glad you like it. And so back to the question about how to create more lift. Lift comes with balance on the horse. That means not on their front end, not leaning and fading left to right. And lift also comes primarily with an adequate amount of impulsion from behind and drive from behind. And that moment of suspension in the jog, like you talked about, often riders have lost that jog that's really 1, 2, 1, 2, because they have not had their standard high enough in their collection moments or in their exercises. So say, for example, you're holding and driving or trotting the hip around or whatever maneuver that you're doing to help that horse have that lift and that really strong rhythm to that jog. But then you drop it and you drop your horse and you allow your horse to stay at 80%, then they deteriorate 70, 60, 40, 30, then they're jogging sloppy. Well, the last thing you do with your horse is how your pattern and your habits are creative. So in other words, when you drop that horse and they falter on down and deteriorate down to not having the lift, and then you pick up and correct, it's almost like you have to start over again. So try this. You have my video. It sounds like you know a lot. So try getting all that you feel like your horse has in rhythm and cadence and strength. Feel the strength in the beat. Like feel that 1, 2. Feel the power under you in your horse. And hold and drive and lift. But be quiet-handed and hold in it too. Because another thing is that when you get busy-handed and you bump, 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 you may get your horse 1, 2, 1, 2, but fast and rigid with their legs. One of my secrets to getting the legs to land and hold, then having that air time, is when I'm done with whatever corrections I need, I just stay in contact for a minute as the horse relaxes in it. And I almost set that gait, if that makes sense. So I'll set the gait. So if you're getting busy-handed or bump, 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 or you're too rough on your horse, not saying that you are, but if you're too sharp in your cues, that horse may be too rigid and they're quick to get on and off the ground so they don't have that air time or the suspension. So that could be one cause. So stay in and just hold and quiet your hands. Stay moving through your body. Stay driving if need be through your legs, but maybe soften your legs and let your horse carry themselves in the moment. Hold them a moment, then release, and then before it goes down to 30, 20, 10% and deteriorated, release your horse, and as you feel that 1, 2, 1, 2, when the movement starts to flatten, try to catch that and correct that horse before it does. So in other words, when you're at an 80%, 1, 2, 1, 2, and you go down to a 60, a 50, a 40%, instantly stop your horse, correct your horse, do what you need to do so that it doesn't totally fall apart, because that built a behavior pattern in your horse that then you have to undo. So I hope these suggestions help you. Good luck, and the rest of the DVD series is coming out soon. Thank you, Jacqueline.